Namaste. Welcome to the channel and welcome to another Lost reaction. This is season 5 episode 9 and it is called Namaste. Wow, what a coincidence. The outro to the last episode was a bit rubbish. It was an episode that we needed because we needed to accelerate the timeline for certain of the characters to bring them in line with the rest of the characters. And we did this wonderfully. It was a great episode, but I'm not sure whether it yielded any particular answers. So I've had a little bit of a think in the hour since I recorded episode 8. Is Horace's child even important? Or is the importance the fact that the child survived? So this is because it was definitely conceived on the island. We can be pretty sure of that, since Amy had a relationship with Paul first. We had Richard and the Truce, and we found out it was 1974 to 1977, so years before Ben, but Ben could have been there at that point, we just didn't see him. I'm not entirely sure when Ben came to the island. It was in the early days, that's for sure. And it was mostly centred on the village and around the flame. That's not the important thing. The important thing is we got a little teaser right at the beginning about the statue being built. So that was deep past, but we didn't really get a chance to find out anything more about it. At the end, we have Sawyer and Juliet and etc. reunited with the 316 that entered their time zone. We still haven't had any word from Sun and Sayid. We don't know what they've been doing, but in the 1977 timeline, it's only been an hour since the crash, because Hugo's clothes were still wet. I'm sure of it. So it can't have been that long after the crash. Whereas where we last saw John Locke may have been a few hours to days after. Don't know, because we saw Caesar and he was... that they'd already hospitalised some of the people. They'd already found this Dharma station and hospitalised some of the people that got injured in the crash. So enough time had passed for that to happen. And Caesar was looking through the files. I'm sure it was Hydra. I'm sure it was a Hydra station logo on the files he was reading. So have they washed up on the wrong beach? They washed up on the smaller island, on the Hydra island. Maybe why they need canoes at some point. That's not the point. The point I was going to make was he had a quick look through some of the papers, and I did a freeze frame. And there was a map of the island, which didn't really reveal much because he kind of tossed it aside very quickly. It's very hard to get a clear freeze frame on that. But there was another map of space-time. And that you could get a very good clear view on. I'm going to put it up here now. And it's got, well, I don't really get it, but there's things like Event A and Event B leading off from certain pockets of time or something. And then you've got like real time, imaginary time, space time going that way. Then we've got real time coming down, imaginary time going up there. We've got event A here, event C, event B in the middle. I don't know, I think that's imaginary space. And then you've got loads of equations which I don't know what they mean. I don't think they're important, but are these where the different Dharma stations are? So like that one at the bottom there links to this one on the right hand side through space time, and then this one links it through real time, and I don't get it. But wow, it's quite illuminating, isn't it? It's quite a thing to think about. Anyway, right, I'm hoping we are going to, well, I don't know what's going to happen in this episode. I'm assuming they're going to go off and look for Sun and Sayid. I'm hoping that sort of reunion happens. But then they've got to get back to 2007. There's going to be another time jump at some point. Although not necessarily. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, maybe we are going to follow for the foreseeable future 2 different time zones. That would be quite interesting. But complicated. For the sake of simplicity, I hope they at some point go back into the same time zone again. I'm really eager to find out about John and that lot, to see if there's any new characters there. I mean, we've got Caesar and Alana, but any of the others going to become important? And exactly what in the past are our people going to do that's going to affect, everything? Could it be that Sawyer and all that lot were the original hostiles in the first place or something? And they ended up building the statue. That doesn't make any sense, but the only other theory I've got, which is really, really stupid, is that the island is in fact a crashed spaceship, and the electromagnetic things are just its warp drive malfunctioning or something. Its teleporter. I haven't ruled anything out on this theory. And those two are mental, but I've literally got nothing else. Oh, and can we just say that the love square is now complete? Sawyer was with Kate, Kate was with Jack, Jack was with Juliet, and Juliet is now with Sawyer. All we need now is for Juliet and Kate and Jack and Sawyer to get it on, and we've got a complete love square. I don't see that happening though. Oh, we're on the 316. Have they changed the numbers? Is it like 4, 8, 13, 16 now? Or something? I still don't know really what the numbers mean.
Want to hear something crazy?
I think we're going to find out what happened to Sun and Sayid.
You alright there, Frank?
I'm just fine.
Oh yeah, Caesar saw that white light, didn't he? Did Frank get taken as well? Oh no, Frank's still there. Come on, you can do it, Frank. Well, you did do it. They're landing on the Hydra, I think.
Full flaps! Gear down! Airspeed 190!
As long as you don't get eaten by the monster, you've done better than the last pilot. Oh, and him. Oh, Sun's still there. I thought since she was one of those that shouldn't have left, she would be taken to the other time zone. So Sayid's gone, but Sun isn't. 30 years earlier, yeah, wow. Sawyer's going to have to wait a long time. If they're going to have to do it the long way round.
You're really here. Son of a bitch actually did it. Locke said he was going to bring you back. Where is he?
John's dead.
He's doing remarkably well for a dead guy.
Dead. We're in the Dharma initiative.
They came back to the island?
No. We came back. And so did you. It's 1977.
That's going to mess with their heads.
What?
Hold up. Where are you going?
The flame. If a plane landed on the island, Radzinski will know.
Hold on, we gotta think about this.
Who's Radzinski? I know that name. I've heard that name before.
I need to know if a plane landed on the island.
If a plane landed. Here.
Yes.
What, so you think if a plane landed on our island, I'd be over there just building my model? That I wouldn't have called anyone? That I wouldn't have put out an alert?
Maybe you missed it.
Attention all stations, this is a system-wide broadcast from Radzinski at the Flame. Checking in to see if anyone's seen an airplane over the island. No one else has seen an airplane, but if you have, could you call into me, please? Over.
Was Radzinski the one that worked with Kelvin for a while at the Swan? I'm not going to bother going back and checking. I know the name.
Where is here? What is this place?
I don't know where here is because this island's not on my charts.
Really? Really? Because there are some buildings over there. And animal cages.
Oh yes, they're definitely on the Hydra.
Down the beach, you can see a big island across the water. So maybe you should get some new trucks.
Right now, I'm just trying to keep everyone here safe.
Why are you following me?
Where are you going?
Back to our island. You want to come?
Have you and Horace decided on a name? Yeah, we have. We're gonna name him Ethan.
That's Ethan! Oh, put him back, Juliet. You don't... Yeah.
So what are we supposed to do now?
Not sure yet.
Fire's back!
You're part of the past, so... doesn't really matter what you do, because whatever you do, that's what happened. It would seem.
Move out of my way.
Mm.
Those bastards.
What do you see?
Grid 325, motion sensor alarm was tripped. We got a hostile inside the perimeter.
Oh.
Hey, where are you going?
Stop right there!
Sayid,
Sayid? Jim.
Shut up! Get down. Say another word, and you're dead.
Trust Jin, trust Jin. Don't want Sayid suddenly do something rash.
LaFleur, where have you been? I've been trying to reach you on the walkie.
What the hell are they doing here?
You're new inductees. I'll explain everything later. Stop staring. Tell me what your damn problem is.
James, we have a problem. We found a hostile.
What? What do you mean you found a hostile? Where?
He was wandering in the jungle. Radzinski's taking care of him now.
What's he doing in our territory? It's a violation of the truce.
It's Sayid.
What? Bitch. Was anyone else with him?
No, he was alone.
Ben knows where there's a boat. I'm going back to the main island with him.
You don't think you can really trust this guy, do you?
No.
I have to trust him.
You ready?
Yes.
Son, I want you to think about this, okay? This guy is dangerous. Son, that boat I came here on, it was filled with commandos whose only mission was to get him.
And how'd that work out for everyone?
That's the point. Is that dangerous?
Don't do it.
There's a small dock about a half-mile due south across the water. It leads directly to a town where I used to live. There are resources there. So if anyone can help you and the rest of the plane get out of here safely...
She knows as much as she needed to know.
Thought you trusted this guy.
Don't be silly.
I lied.
You've been assigned to the shed.
The shed?
Workman.
Workman.
What does that mean?
Based on your aptitude tests, you'll be doing janitorial work.
He's a doctor. They got to keep a low profile.
Hell up. Sayid just came walking out of the jungle in handcuffs alone. What? You say anything about the plane they were on? No, I couldn't talk to him. Radzinski thinks he's a hostile. He won't leave us alone.
You're head of security. You are head of security, aren't you? Yes, you are.
Where is he? Locked in the storage room.
Who's that?
Hello.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, it's Christian.
I'm looking for my husband. His name is Jin Kwan. Do you know where he is?
He's right here.
Follow me.
Is he going to get them to... What's going on? Why is Christian suddenly showing up again? And where's Claire?
I'm sorry, but you have a bit of a journey ahead of you.
Okay, ready? Everybody say...
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
How about with Sayid? Had no choice. He was running around the jungle, got caught by my people. See, that's how he can't tell the truth about how he got here. I had to improvise.
Things are a little bit awkward. You.
Hello?
You're Ben, aren't you? You're little Ben.
I didn't put mustard on it. But if you'd like some, I can.
Yes, you are.
What's your name?
Sayid. What's yours?
I'm Ben.
It's nice to meet you, Ben.
Oh, so he was already on the island at that point. Or he came in with the new recruits, I'm not sure which. Aren't you vocal today? I know I can't do anything about the rain. Right. So we find out that Sun didn't time jump with the rest of them. She's gone off with Frank back to the main island to search for Jin, and they found Christian, who has alerted her as to where Jin is, but well, I suppose he's going to tell her how to get there, or at least how to bring Jin back again to the present. I don't know. Sawyer is... I know Horace is the leader at the moment, but Sawyer is like the second in command. Everyone bows down to him, kind of. He does seem to have a lot of sway, a lot of power, and he's referring to them as his people. I mean, he's been there for 3 years, so I can understand that. I can understand them all being quite settled. But now what's going to happen? What's going to happen to Sayid? What happened to Daniel? Did he just wander off one day? Did he die? Was he driven insane by Charlotte's death? And did he actually tell Charlotte about not coming back to the island? Because he said, I won't tell her. But you can't change the past. And she remembered it, so I don't know. Horace's son, yeah, Horace's son did turn out to be important. He's Ethan Rom. So that's awkward. And we're 1977 is before the Swan was being built, or had even been started being built. It was still being planned. So I'm sure Radzinski is where I know it from, is the Swan. And we didn't get any forward story with John or any of that, really. There's a lot going on, and Sawyer is the de facto leader. Well, he's, you know, for the show's, from the show's point of view, he is now the leader. He's the one in charge, making things happen. So I wonder how he's going to save Sayid. I really want to get onto another episode already. I could do it if I wanted. It's going to leave me a little bit out of time with the publishing and everything. But yeah, I think I'm probably going to do another episode. This is getting rather interesting. I did want to say something about man of science, man of faith. Since we discovered that was a theme going through this series, we've, I think quite rightly, all been assuming that John is the man of faith and Jack is the man of science. Seemed pretty obvious at the time, but I mean, not so much Jack now, but the Jack we've seen in the past and the John we've seen in the past, it could quite easily be the other way round. John is the man of science. He sees things that he can't explain and goes looking for answers, looking for explanations. Whereas Jack is absolutely adamant in his belief that there is nothing suspicious or weird going on, and will hold rigidly to that belief despite evidence to the contrary. So in reality, Jack is the man of faith. It's all a matter of how you really look at the words science and faith, and how you prescribe a meaning to those two words. But it could be swapped around. I just thought I'd mention that because I've been holding on to that one for ages and ages, and I keep forgetting to say it. Right, I'm hoping we're going to get some answers as to, oh yes, Caesar and that lot. Yeah, they did crash on the Hydra like I suspected. I'm glad I went back and checked the beginning of that episode. Still got to work out what all that timeline and all that space-time stuff means. Event A and Event B and Event C. What are those events? The incident, the purge, and don't know, is there incident D and E that we didn't see on the page? All these clues pop up from all different places. You've got to be on your guard, haven't you? Okay then, right, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very, very shortly.